Here's video number 6 on perimenopause around the world. So far, 5 countries, 4 continents, and 3 different languages. They all have a lot of things in common, but especially the fact that women just don't know about perimenopause. The majority of women just simply don't have the adequate resources to navigate through this process. This is the 5th continent to this series of videos. This is perimenopause in Nigeria. In this African country, it is not the exception to what we've seen so far. Let me introduce you to Irene Bello. She is an attorney in Nigeria. She hosts the Facebook page Menopause and the African Woman, and she also handles a private group on WhatsApp. I was looking for someone to talk in Africa. I was having a hard time finding anybody managing groups on social media or someone as a contact for me to talk to. And she is the only person I found in her country. Actually, she's the only one I found in a country other than South Africa. I mentioned this when I first talked to her, and she actually confirmed she hasn't found any other women guiding or offering any kind of support for women going through perimenopause and menopause in her country. When I met her, she invited me to join her private WhatsApp group. I follow a bunch of groups online, private groups for women going through perimenopause, and I haven't seen anything like this. She is constantly bringing doctors to talk to her sisters regularly, and they answer every single question. And when I say every single question, I mean every single question for hours at a time without charging one penny. That's remarkable. When the world is going through crazy times, you simply cannot ignore the ones making beautiful daily contributions out of love and kindness to humankind. You are my only tool to get this video to other women in Nigeria or in Africa who are desperately seeking for assistance, guidance, and support. And you're also my only tool to get this video out there. Maybe you and I together, we can find the right contributors so she can have her center the women can go to, and also find the right people to make a contribution so these ladies in Nigeria can have the vitamins and the supplements they need as they go through this hormonal shift. On that note, if you could please consider subscribing to the channel or sharing this video so you and I and all of us can together raise awareness about perimenopause, so no woman ever goes through this in the dark and thinking that she's all alone. But there is one thing that I have seriously learned with all these 6 videos so far, and that is sisterhood. I never thought about it, but the power that women have supporting other women with no judgment, it's got so much weight, and it is exactly what we need as we go through this period, which to me is the most crucial time in a woman's life. Here goes video number 6, perimenopause in Nigeria.
So many are not aware of it. So many women are not aware of what they are going through. It's really traumatic to so many of them. And then like the question of the other day, some of them thought they are going through a kind of ailment that they cannot explain. Some of them sees it as fever, or maybe they're having malaria or whatever. So they never knew they were going through menopausal state. So many of them are not aware. Lack of information. Information is power. So they are not aware. They lack that information. They go for the natural method because the doctors hardly prescribe any hormonal treatments like hormone replacement therapy. They hardly prescribe it here in Nigeria. I don't really know how expensive it is, but I know the natural method are less expensive and affordable. I think that is one of the problems we are having. before I started experiencing before I had issues with I never knew anything called premenopause. So I was never told. I never went through it. I mean, the treatment. I think what we actually need is a doctor who is more experienced, a gynecologist who is more experienced in women. Doctors hardly discuss this in Nigeria, but it's only when you're having issues, they look at your age and then they'll tell you, oh, you may be going through premenopausal stage, and then they'll ask you to go for hormonal tests. They will ask you to go for hormonal tests, and then the hormonal test will tell them whether you are actually having you are having a hormonal problem or not. So if it is, they will say, just like in my own case, after the second test, I was told I was actually going through menopausal stage. Yes, maybe very few that cannot afford going to see the doctor when they are sick, so they prefer to take herbs at home. They don't want to go and see the doctor because of the monetary aspect of it. But those who can afford will go see the doctors. And there are also the low class who cannot afford going to private, or not necessarily the low class anyway. There are some that do not want to go to the private hospitals, then they go to general hospitals. Because the general, we believe that we have better hands in the general hospitals too. To my best of knowledge, none. To my best of knowledge, I don't know whether there is anyone out there, but to my best of knowledge, I have not seen. There are no programs to take care of such women. To my best of knowledge, this is the first one I have seen. To my best of knowledge, I don't know if there's any other one out there. That is why I want to reach out to so many women out there who are going through. If you look at their testimonies, if you look at the testimonies, of testimonies are sent to you, you heard what, you read it, you saw what they wrote there. Some of them said they never knew this is what they were actually going through. Like some of the comments I read on Facebook this morning in our Perimenopause, the African woman and the menopause. So what I read this morning, we're like, wow, so this is what I'm actually going through. Wow, I found a solution to my problem. So many women are not aware of this. So if there are programs, I don't know if there are programs designed by the government to take care of that. I am not aware. So many women would have been aware of it. So we are trying hard to make sure, like the Facebook page, we want to promote it to reach out to so many women out there who are between the age of 40 and then 50 or so or more. So just like you said, okay. So there are also women who can pass through before the age of 40. So many women are going through before the age of 40. So we want to reach out to so many women, as many as we can reach out to. We want them to be aware of what premenopause is all about. Our vision is we want to create a center for women where we will come together, share all our different problems, talk to one another, be happy, eat, wine, and dine together. Because one of the solutions is just being happy. One of the natural solutions is you have to be happy. You have to make yourself happy. You have to eat good food. Then you want the other person to be aware of what you are going through. When you are going through a stage, a particular problem alone, it's not always easy. You need to carry someone along. And that someone is also going through the same problem. And two of you comes together. It's usually fun having such group. No woman wants to be called old. No woman wants to grow old. So most men would not want to hear that. And then the moment you realize that, it's old age, that you are getting old, that you are growing old, that is why you are experiencing this, you feel bad. So some of them don't want to talk about it. Why some are like, wow, some are also happy. Some are happy that they are growing old gracefully. Because we have people around us. You have your children, your family around you. And then our prayer in life is for us to grow old, to see our children. You understand? So when you are able to attain that age, we know that old age is something that must come. We know that we must grow old and we are going to die one day. Then you are already prepared for it. And then, but the prayer is that you have to grow old to see your children. And now God has helped you. You are seeing your children, you are growing old, you are not sick, nothing is wrong with you, then you are hale and healthy, then you should be happy. You are happy, and then the respect that comes with it. The respect that comes with it is wonderful. That is one thing an African man or woman will cherish. Joint pains, hot flashes, sleepless nights, weight gain. It's difficult for you to see a woman with depression as a result of premenopausal symptoms that the woman is going through. It's really difficult to come across a woman like that because, depression also comes with loneliness. So in Africa here, we are not lonely. You have your family around you. You have your children, you have your sisters, you have your parents, friends, they're around you. So depression hardly comes in here. It is difficult. Yeah, you will never be lonely. I'm telling you. If you come and you never be lonely, you'll be happy. You don't even have time for yourself. I woke up 6:30. I'll be so busy from 6:30. I have to rush to take little breakfast. I have no time. Busy, attending to this, going everywhere and all. So we are always busy. So what time do you have to start brooding over things? It is not part of our culture because the stress you go through, the movement, we walk a lot, we trek, we walk long distance. So the work and the activities you engage in every day is quite enough exercise for one in a day. So most people don't go to gym because gyms are quite expensive. Then the only way you can do to help yourself is walking. You walk, maybe you walk from your house to your office or to wherever you go to the market, supermarket or whatever. And then that is enough exercise for some of us. Very few that have gym materials at home that they want to do workouts at home. For those who cannot continue, for those who cannot cope with the symptoms, they have no other choice than to quit. Because there's no boss, there's no management that will accept a woman who cannot work. You come to the office, you are sleeping because you did not sleep at night. Lack of sleep is another big problem. After our flash is lack of sleep. So now you because you couldn't sleep last night, you came to work, you start sleeping, and then you can't work, you are tired, you are weak, you're not productive. If you're not productive, no management will retain you. Definitely, you will not wait for them to ask you to go before you go. So some may not be able to work. You can't wait. By the time you can't come to work, you are weak, you are tired, pains all over and all. So on your own, you just feel, I don't want to continue with this. Let me just stay. Your husband is there to support you. Some, not only that, they will quit and sit down at home, they have to start doing some other businesses on their own. They will not be a boss of the head. So if you don't want somebody to how do I put it now, to push you around in the office, then you can create an office for yourself where you go to the office at will. Not somebody pushing you or forcing you to go to work, but now you're on your own, then you can do things on your own. You go to work when you are not sick, not when you are sick. But when you are working under somebody, you have to be at work, whether you like it, is compulsory. Whether you like it or not, you have to be at work. Most men are aware, while others are not aware. So many are aware of this, while so many are also not aware. So for those that are aware, they try to cooperate with the woman, they try to help her. But for those who are not aware, it is difficult. Especially the libido, loss of libido is very, very important when the man can no longer cope. Okay, in Africa here, we believe that the woman can cope, but the man may not be able to cope even for a month, for 1 month. And then you see some of them will go out and start looking for side chicks. We call them side chicks outside. You understand that? It's okay, because they can't cope. And the woman is not bothered because she's sick. She just wants freedom for herself. Okay, go and do whatever you like and let me just be. I just want to be on my own. I just want to be free. But for those who really understand what the woman is going through, they will help her through it. They will see her through the whole process. And then they can even help the woman how do I put it now? They can even help the woman with anything possible to help her get her libido back. It is still very strange to them, the younger generation. This is still very strange to them right now. They don't know what we are talking about. They are not aware. So I believe if we are able to do well, and then we have a group, we also have centers, and then by the time this thing is well known publicly outside, I'm sure it will also get to the younger ones. They will not know that this is what they are going to go through when they get to that stage. Then they will also get themselves ready. They will get prepared for this stage. They will know how to handle it, and then they will also know how to cope with it when the time comes. But right now, so many are clueless. They don't really know what is happening right now. They don't know whether there's anything called premenopausal or postmenopausal. They don't know anything about that. So many are not aware of it. So many don't know anything about it. But in this our group, we have two young, they should be around 30, 32. They are actually curious. They want to know. They want to know what this is all about. They want to learn. They are there in that group. They want to know. So they are learning, and I'm sure with time they will get used to it. And when their own time comes, they will know how to cope with it. It won't be much of a stress to them again. When after my experience anyway, I felt so bad. I was never informed. I didn't know what I was going through when it just started. I thought I was actually very sick. I was just wondering why I was going through what I was going through then. And then when I discovered what I was going through, and I know that it is a stage in a woman's life, I was not worried that why was I not aware? Why are there no organizations? Why are there no centers or groups that are teaching or telling people, informing people about things like this, so that when you get to that stage, you will know that this is where you are now. I was really disturbed, and I took it upon myself to say, I need to also carry other women along. I want to educate other women about this. Even the younger ones who are interested in knowing, I also want to carry them along to know that there is a particular stage you will get to in your life, you will experience this, and then this is how you are going to cope with it. This is what you are supposed to do. I just told myself, information is power. If I were aware of this earlier, I wouldn't have gone through what I actually went through. It was really tough. It was really, if we have 50 menopausal symptoms, I think I went through all of them. Because when you look at, if you say you have typhoid or malaria, they treat you, and then you go back home, tomorrow it comes again. Premenopausal symptoms are not something that comes and go after 1 month, not something that comes and go after 1 year. So they can't be treating you for malaria every week, every month, and all. So that is just an iota of it, of what they felt they were going through. Yes, we have a lot of herbs here, herbs in Africa. We have a lot of herbs here, very helpful, very good. Just like the Chinese woman out there. The Chinese woman believes in herbs a lot. So they use all those to cure them of different ailments. So the same thing with us too. We believe in all those things. But the Orthodox doctors, they don't believe that you join the two together. There are these popular herbs in Africa, very common and helpful to so many. Though I have not tasted it before. They call it agbo. yes, women take it a lot, and they feel, I don't know, they said it helps them a lot. It cures your fever and any other ailments we are going through. Women take it a lot. When you go to the local markets, that is where they got them from, where they normally get them from. You go to the local markets, they pack, there's a different routes, They pack all of them together and give to you. Some will soak it with alcohol, while some will soak it with water. Those who cannot tolerate alcohol, they soak with water. And then those who can tolerate alcohol, they soak with alcohol and take it. You know, alcohol at this stage, no, alcohol is not so good for the woman. But most of the women don't care. They take it, they go about their different businesses. They're okay. I've never taken it before, but because I'm afraid, because the orthodox doctor will tell you it has a side effects. I think the side effects I can actually think about is that there is no measurement, that they don't have dosage for it. You know, you just go put water, then boil it, and then you start drinking. You don't even know the quantity to take. I think that is where the side effect comes in. And then the alcoholic, really hot, dry gin, they pour it inside. They soak for like 2-3 days before they start drinking it. There's no measurement, there's no dosage. They just go about taking it, so it can actually have side effects. I think that is the only thing I see there. But it works for them. It's a very popular herbs that they take a lot in Africa. In our group, in menopausal community, we will be teaching them, and we are still teaching them to eat healthy. Healthy eating is very important. But for the other woman out there who is not aware of what she's going through, I don't know how much of nutritional value they get from their meal anyway. They are not aware. They eat, they feel, most of them, when you talk to them about healthy eating, educated ones, those in the elite class, I think they tend to eat healthy. Especially these days, they try to run away from junk food, going to fast food, eating all those oily foods, fatty food. They try to run away from it, those in the elite class. But the low class one, you can't tell them, like we discussed it the other day, you can't tell a woman that is struggling to eat once in a day to eat healthy. How do you expect a woman to eat healthy when there's no food available? They don't have money to buy all of that. So they feed on whatever they can lay their hands on. Actually need supplements. The women here, they need supplements to help them out. So they need calcium-like, vitamins, just like the one I treated recently, vitamins. They need all those things to help them out. But if these things are not available, they don't have the means, they don't have the money to get them. What do you expect them to do? But if we have people who are capable of helping, at least we can make money available, get some of these supplements, and then distribute to women of this age who are actually going through this stage. We can make it available for them. So I think that is my dream. But the NGO, we may need to have an NGO later where people can contribute to help, so that we can distribute to all these women and help them out. They are going through the same. The symptoms I'm going through is not different from what you are going through. It's not different from what the Indian woman is going through. So we are all going through the same thing. So we need help. We need help. We may be able to help ourselves. I can afford anything that I want to use for myself. But the other woman out there cannot do that. So that's why they are all happy being in that group. They are getting a lot. We bring in doctors from time to time to address them. We are going through the same thing, so we can help one another.